One of my favorite quotes is the future is already here, it's just not evenly distributed, and that's certainly what we're seeing. There's some phenomenal technology being rolled out in construction for virtual design and construction, for clash detection, for visualization with virtual and augmented reality, the use of machine learning, big data in the cloud, to process photos and images, to allow people to speak reports instead of writing them. Then there's some phenomenal generative design tools that allow really non-programmers to write software that builds buildings. So we talked about a lot of technology that's really having a deep impact right now on companies that choose to take advantage of it in the construction sector. And certainly we talked about disruptors, disruptive concepts, disruptive companies more specifically, that are trying to upend the entire model of architecture, engineering, and construction by vertically integrating their supply chain, horizontally integrating architecture, engineering, and construction, and doing it with prefabrication, 3D printing, and automated design. We implemented 6 major programs on a city of 120,000 people, whereas when you have what they're putting together, which is a laboratory, which I love as well. I mean, who wouldn't like a controlled test bed to try everything out that's theoretical and trying to bring it into the realm of practical, right? We had to implement tools and technologies that would be pragmatic to implement, to get high-speed bandwidth to everybody's house, to network all of our traffic lights together, to create an open data portal for public data to be accessed. I mean, these were all things that we tried to bolt on to our existing city. We didn't have the pleasure of creating an entirely new city within a city. Yeah, I don't really buy the generational argument. I employ just under 200 people, and I have baby boomers who love tech and millennials who don't. I really don't believe in generational stereotypes because I think there's just people who like change and others who don't. There's people who look forward to the future and others who look to the past. You have really a bifurcation that's not necessarily baked on when you were born. That being said, if you were born in the 80s or the 90s, the likelihood is you worked with the internet your entire life. So adoption might be easier with you. Training might be easier. Adoption might be easier. But the mentality, I believe, is independent of the generation.